What it is, what it is, what it is, YouTube. You know what it is. It's your boy, the Moose Squad. Let's kick it.
Body jumping off wild like a zoo. Doors bust open, yeah, it's coming through. Moose on the loose, sipping on that brew. Folks got it quick, they ain't got a clue. Moose got the juice, dancing in a groove. Knocking over tables, nobody improves. Moose stomping hard, he just still use dudes. Body on the edge, everyone amused.
So there you go. There's that into that. Now, as you can see, the X right there is where that square is. Now, we can take the jigsaw and cut it out, and then be ready to do the other stuff to it. And then we'll go on from there. So, let's get into the next phase of the development, and we'll get into it. And later of the day, like I said, what we're going to do is we're going to take this, put that there, put another one here, and I'm going to do 7. You know what? This might fit on, all 7 of them might fit on. I might do the whole board just to do it. It's a process. And then I'll show you how we're going to cut it. The whole deal is that square right there, this is going to be round. So what we're going to do is we're going to use an inch. I think I'm going to use an inch. I'm not sure yet. I might use 3/4. I don't know yet. What I'll do is I'll actually cut one drop and then drill a hole and see which one I like the best, and then show you which one I'm going to use. So that's what we're going to do with that. Okay, so there you go. So there's the gun. As you can see, the gun is that long. This is 10 inches. About it's like 9 7/8. But look, it's 5. It's 4 7/8 to the receiver. Now this is where this is going to go and sit in. It's going to be glued down, but I didn't go full length. I went the first. Let me show you. As you can see there, that's a 16th. So I went in one, basically, and a 16th. So basically, it's a 16th of an inch. That little line is a 32nd. So I went down to a 16, not a 32nd. So just to let you know, there's a full inch. There's 7/8. There's 3/4. There's 5/8. There's a half. There's 3/8. There's a 1/4 inch. There's an 1/8. There's a 16th. There's a 32nd, and then there's a 64th. The 64th is not on here, but that's when you're talking about smaller. But that's how you read a tape measure. So there you go. We're ready to get it cut. Now, before we cut, let me show you. I wrote it backwards, but this is a control test part. So on the control test, what we're going to do is we're going to put, I'm going to put an inch here and a 3/4 inch here hole. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my finger, the trigger finger, I think it's going to be about an inch, maybe an inch. You don't really have to go in there because you're not really pulling the trigger. Your thumb's going to do the trigger, but your hole's going to go in here. This is going up to be here, there. So when you put your finger in the hole, you put your thumb up here and you squeeze the trigger up here, and it pops off this right here, which is connected to the rubber band, which is stretched over to here, and it flies off and hits something. Okay? Now we're going to glue these to the top. Now how this is going to work, we're going to get everything cut in. We're going to get everything sanded to this point. This part right here, we're not going to sand yet. We're going to glue these in. Well, actually, I might have to sand it a little bit. Yeah, I'll take that back. We will sand it. We're going to sand it down a little bit and get it over. Now, if you notice this is actually a blade's length, a blade's width. So what we're going to do is we're going to take and go in there, a blade's width. Now this is the drop piece. As you can see here, I forgot to. As you can see here, I got this piece right here. It's separated to the end. And then from here, this is the drop piece. This is a drop piece. And then it goes to here. But what I'm going to do is when I take this to the, when I take it to the chop saw, I'm going to cut it from here. So I'm going to get that straight line here down the gun. That's where I'm going to cut it. I'm going to cut it here. I'm going to cut it here. This is the drop, and then I'm going to cut it here. That's how I'm going to cut it. Now all this is going to be done on the chop saw. But before we even cut it, we're going to go ahead and get the holes in first. So the holes are in before we do the drop. But we have to do the test before everything goes on. But that's what we're going to do next. Alright. So now, in the next video, which will be done later, after I do a couple errands, I'll come back and we'll finish this project and get it ready because we got a long ways to go. I still got to sand everything, then I got to prime it. Then I got to prep it and get it ready to go for Christmas. All right. So see you next one. Oh man, I hope you enjoyed this video. Go ahead and leave a comment below. Go ahead and share this video. Go ahead and subscribe to my channel. Go ahead and ring that trusty bell for more notifications for videos like this and countless others. Smash that like button and check out one of these videos right down here. And deuces, baby.